Hey everybody. First, thanks to all the new subscribers over the past couple days. Maybe the past week or so. A lot of you guys finding the channel and commenting stuff like that. That's awesome. Thanks to everybody who's new to the channel. Second, the content, not great again today. I've got a pretty nasty cold and probably a sinus infection. The weather fluctuations from day to day is starting to really take its toll on me. The 50-degree sways back and forth. It's a lot to keep up with. So unfortunately, I'm not outside doing anything fun or getting anything done. I am ready to start another phase of the cabin. I'll keep it a secret for now and show that to you whenever I can get out there and get it done. But stay tuned for that. But I wanted to touch on something that I've been getting a lot of comments about the video about the Morningland Dairy and the police raiding that dairy farm. I kind of wanted to mention the fact that that's just a small drop in the bucket in the overall picture of kind of an attack on self-sufficiency. There are a lot of things like that out there that I pay pretty close attention to. And if it's something you guys are interested, which it seems like it is, maybe I'll address it more in future videos. But there's several examples of state and federal governments trying to put a stop to people living off-grid or living a more self-sufficient lifestyle. Several cases where people have been arrested, put in jail over collecting rainwater or growing a garden in their front yard or any number of things similar to that. It's been happening in Texas, Florida. Big time in Texas. People put in handcuffs. There's some pretty serious stuff that's been happening for a long time. This goes back a while now. But I think it's important to realize it's going on. If this is something that you're interested in, this type of lifestyle, or just your freedoms and your rights, I think it's an important thing to notice. Several states, Oregon, Utah, California, Florida, Colorado, Washington, all these states, they prohibit collecting or diverting rainwater. Any water that falls on your property that can be used for your own private use or as an environmental conservation technique, it's strictly prohibited. You can't put a rain catchment system on your gutters and collect rainwater to use to water your crops or whatever else with. As far as wood-burning stoves go, the EPA regulations that are trying to crack down on fine particle matter, basically going from 15 micrograms to 12 micrograms per cubic meter of air, which means that most of our wood burners they're deemed unacceptable under new EPA measures. So what they want to do, and the EPA has set up their own website, and obviously they've had their own website, but a website specifically geared toward getting rid of these wood burners. I can't think of the name of it right offhand, but I can give you a link to that. Basically, what they want to do is get rid of everyone's old wood burners that are actually efficient and effective at heating, and they want you to put in a new, what they consider to be an EPA-approved wood burner. And not only that, you can't take out your old wood burner and sell it to a friend to help recoup some of this cost of these newer, more expensive wood burners, because you're not contributing to clean air if that wood burner that is, according to them, no good for the environment, it's still in use somewhere else. So while you may replace your current wood burner that's not up to their standards with a new one, if you sell it to someone else and then they use it, the situation is still there as far as that wood burner being in use. So what the EPA wants done is, and actually, any of their wood stove change-out programs that they have going on, they require the older stoves, almost always require the older stoves to be destroyed and either recycled as scrap metal or rendered inoperable so that no one else can use them. So you're not allowed to resell your wood stove to recoup some of this burden that they're putting on you. You just have to eat that and destroy your current wood stove. It seems like the EPA find things to be threatening to the environment when these things allow us to be non-reliant on big business. And that's across the board. As far as the raw milk situation goes, or disconnecting from a power grid, or having a well rather than city water, city sewer, running your own leach field, and basically anything that takes you off of being dependent from the government or big business. the EPA finds a way to view it as being highly threatening to our environment. So it's kind of a big deal across the board in a lot of circumstances. You could pretty much tie anything that, if you thought to yourself, what does living off the grid mean? What does being self-sufficient mean? Make a list of all those things that you come up with. And then you can take each one of those things and find many cases of how they are illegal, and how in this area, in this state, in this county, they're taking measures to make sure that you can't do that. Now, I don't know if there's a bigger issue here. I mean, I assume there is. I've got my own ideas of it. But what do you think about that? Is there something going on? Is there a reason to prevent us from trying to live a more self-sufficient lifestyle? Do you think the tie between things being deemed highly threatening to our environment and dependence on big business / the government, do you think that's a legitimate tie there? I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious to me, but I'm going to keep it short today. We'll leave it at that. If you have comments on this, if you're interested in this topic, leave the comments below and let me know what you think. Once again, I apologize for how I sound and the quality of the videos the past couple days. I'm not one for taking over-the-counter drugs or prescription drugs for that matter, so I'm kind of just going to have to fight this out myself. It's not great for you guys that have to listen to me, but but hopefully we'll get over this pretty quickly, and things will get back to normal. So once again, thanks to all the new subscribers who've just found the channel. Thanks to everybody who's gotten in on round 3 of the Subscriber Appreciation Month. We've got 11 days-ish, I think, to get in on that. So check that video out if you haven't yet. At the end of the video, I'll put a link to that video in the cards at the end here. But that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more stuff coming up soon. Like I said, I'll get back to the cabin. I've got some other things I want to get going. I'd like to make a worm bin system here pretty soon. I'll take you along for that. Before I know it, we'll be gardening here, so I'm ready for that. Get some seeds started. I've got to build a new brooder for chicks, because we're going to have to pick up some new chicks here pretty soon. So lots of stuff coming. Just bear with me until I get over this nastiness, and we'll be back on track. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, give a thumbs up below. Make sure you leave a comment below and tell me what you think about all this nonsense we've been talking about in the past few videos. And click that bell to get notifications if you so like to do. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.